News.
Those most vulnerable to COVID-19 tend to be older adults. Close to 1.4 million senior citizens live here and workers at senior centers. And some of the state's 360 nursing homes are exercising extra vigilance to both prevent infections and allay fears. Here's senior correspondent David Cruz.
It's a big talk. I mean, they're watching the news. It's on there constantly, so they see what's going on.
Residents at Spring Hills in Morristown follow the latest news and talk about the burgeoning coronavirus crisis at mealtimes. They know what's happening, and they know that they're a vulnerable population. Wendy Bryant is the director of nursing here. She says that while the talk of the virus and its spread across our region dominates the news, residents can often be misinformed.
We're actually in the process of doing a meeting with our residents. We're just going to educate them on the feelings, what kind of symptoms they have. They need to notify the nursing department right away, and not to sit in their room or not say anything about how they're feeling or what their symptoms are.
In addition to those with compromised immune systems and other underlying symptoms, officials remind us that seniors are the most vulnerable to the disease. Bryant says the facility is ramping up precautions, reminding residents to wash their hands frequently and placing hand sanitizer everywhere. Bryant leads by example, washing her hands constantly throughout the day and instructing staff on the proper technique.
Hand washing is the biggest thing, and we're doing that all the time.
But at a facility where residents crave contact with family members and family visits are critical to their well-being, staff have to weigh the benefits. It only takes one sick relative to put 100 residents in danger.
They need to be aware if they're sick, but even if it's just anything, I don't think they should not be coming to our facility at all. I've spoken to a couple of family members who are actually sick, and they know not to come here. We're like, well, they're like, yes, we're already aware.
I imagine it would be difficult. I mean, you have residents here who are not with their families, right? And if a family member gets sick, nobody's going to come visit. That's a whole other problem.
Well, they talk to them on the phone. If they can't come in, they will call and to find out how they're doing and just let them know that they're still loved and they're around. They're just not feeling well, and it's not a good idea to come here while they're sick.
It's the unseen impact of this virus, the most vulnerable among us, physically and emotionally, who need us the most. And the more reason to do everything in our power to stay healthy. In Morristown, I'm David Cruz, NJTV News.